So I came out here yesterday and put some of that homemade bait that I made in my 4 dirt hole sets and in a cage trap. I checked the cage trap and the first 3 dirt holes, and there was nothing. But I was coming up on my last dirt hole, and we got us a coyote out here. So the homemade bait was a success. You can see him over there, and that's on that Duke number 2 dogless offset. So we're going to get him taken care of and reset this spot and rebait it, and maybe we'll catch some more. Well, I got my first coyote, and I got it on my homemade bait, so I'm pretty proud that I was able to catch one, especially on my homemade bait. Yeah, we're going to get this guy out of here, and I'm just going to reset this same spot up again and see if we can catch another one. And the other sets that I've got out there's nothing caught in them, so I'm just going to leave them alone. They still got bait in them, so I'm just going to reset and rebait here and see if we can catch another one. This Duke number 2 dogless offset, caught it right behind the pad just like it's supposed to, and didn't have any problems holding on to it. So seems to be a pretty good trap. I know a lot of people say they don't like Duke because they're cheap made traps, but as you can see, they're effective. So until I can see that they're not effective, I'm going to keep using them. This is one I tried that power bedding in, and as you can see, the nails that I used are still in the ground. So they just stayed where they were, and it didn't affect the trap any at all. And these are the ones that have that night latch. I didn't say it was a good night latch, but they got a night latch. Right there. And we'll get our hammer out and try to hammer that chain back down in that hole a little bit. Try to smash it down in there so it doesn't be too much under the trap there. Need to dig that out just a little bit on the sides. Looks pretty good right there. That's what I was afraid of, but I need to dig this out just a little bit. this time I got some peat moss instead of that topsoil I was using. I'm just going to use peat moss over the top of it. Try to build it up on the sides just a little bit, so I have a place to set its paw down there. Just kind of clean my hole out with this stick. I always carry a stick with me when I'm doing any kind of trapping. Clean my hole out a little bit with that. It did take my dirt clod that I was using as a backing is completely gone, so I'm just going to have to try to do this with some leaves and stuff on the back of it. Use that for a backing there. Alright, we'll put a little bait in here and call that good. Trying to do this as quick as possible because it is hot out here today, and I've got my youngest son with me, and I don't want him to be out here in this heat longer than he has to be. But yeah, I've only had this bait out one day, and I've tried commercial baits and everything, and I've had them check out my dirt holes, but this is the first one I've actually caught. And I am impressed with how quick I caught it on this homemade bait. And I didn't have any kind of lure scent on this or anything. I just had that bait in there. But, you know, that bait's got castor and beaver sack oil, which are both used in some lures anyway, so the bait itself kind of acts as a lure too. So all right, we got that redone and reset, and we will check it again and see if we can catch another one.